everybody, my name is David Delar and welcome to Delta Blues Mondays. This is lick 35, where we're going to look at the 3220 Blues by Robert Johnson. It's in standard tuning, so it's quite easy to get your fingers around because you don't have to relearn all the strings. And also it features this thing that is kind of used by every blues guitarist, I think. It goes from a dominant 7 to a diminished 7 to a minor 6. And that sort of sound can be heard all over blues, so from like the start to Red House, in Jimi Hendrix's Red House. You can hear that a lot in sort of Eric Clapton's stuff. So like modern guitarists, old guitarists, this is like the thing, and this was Robert Johnson's sort of thing to play. So we're going to have a look at that. So it starts off with a slide, starting on any fret you like, and you're landing on that dominant 7 on the 9th and the 8th and the 9th fret of the G, B and E string. So we're sliding from anywhere, and I'm using my 3rd and 2nd and 4th finger to get that, because I know we're going to be shifting downwards, and I tend to favour doing it like this with my 3rd and 4th and 2nd fingers. So after the slides, we're going to play 3 bass notes muted on the low A string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just the beat 2, 3 and 4 on the A string. When you only take that shape and shift it down a semitone, that's implying a sort of an A diminished 7. And we're gonna just hit that A chord, A in the bass again, and then hit the sort of all 3 strings, the G, B and E string, and then go to the B string. And then move that shape down, so hit another bass note in between, and then hit the 6th. Chord again, and then go back to the 6th fret of the B string. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and notice that bass is always playing on the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and then on the 4 and of that bar, we're going to play a low E and use that opportunity to move our hand down to this sort of A shape. So we're going to go. So this A shape is essentially a half bar from the 2nd fret of the D string all the way down. So you got a bar. So you're essentially playing an A chord, and then you're playing a high A with the little pinky stretched out to the 5th fret on the E string. Then the 3rd finger's going to come over and play the D string, 5th fret. So that's essentially playing the G in the bass of the A. It's implying an A7 chord. It's technically starts on an A chord, and then it sort of goes to the A7 because it's got the G in the bass. And then it's implying a D with an F sharp, because you've got an F sharp in the A. That's implying a D major sort of tonality. So it's like a D / F sharp. And then you go down to the 3rd fret, which is implying a sort of a D minor with an F in the bass. So you're going to get this 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. So you just got to catch that high E string on the and of 1, 1 and 2. Notice the 3rd finger's going from the 5th fret to the 4th fret, and then the 2nd finger's playing the 3rd fret. And then we're going to resolve all of that to the A, which is the chord we started on, and then down to an E shape. So you're just going to play an E chord and hit the open E, bass notes, just 2 bass notes, trying to hit in the low E and the A string at the same time. So you get this. So what I'm doing now is catching the G string. So I'm playing the high A on that E string 5th fret, and I'm going to the G string, and then I'm playing the open E, and then some bass. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So that little run, starting from that A chord, is 1 and 2. So when you add that to the previous phrase where we did the slide up to that A7 shape, which is 3rd, 2nd, 4th finger on the 9th, 8th and 9th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you slid it down, and then you go into these chords. So you slide 1, 2, 3, 4. Move it down a semitone. Another semitone, and then you go through those chords. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2. That's where we've got it really, and he plays it really fast. And the trick to that is just get your metronome out and play it really nice and slowly, and then every time you play it, I always kind of go correctly 3 times. If you can play it right 3 times with the metronome, no wrong notes, just shift your metronome up by 10 BPM and then do the whole thing again. Play it 3 times. Once you can play it 3 times perfectly, another 10 BPM, and just keep on ramping it up until you get to a point where you can't physically get to that any faster, and then just knock it back a little bit and just sit at the edge of, you know, oh, I've just about got this, and sit in that pocket of sort of, you're just getting it, but it is hard enough, and just practice it at that tempo for a couple of days, and then start at that tempo and do the same thing up, and you just keep on working up nice and slowly, and you can get the tempo up. Before you know it, you're just pounding along with the record, and it's great fun. It's really good. It's a lovely song. Free tab down there. Hope you've enjoyed that, guys. Just a nice little short one this week as I'm moving house, and I'll see you next week. Cheers. Thank you.